Here's the anti-furry bear that hates furries, but still hangs out here 24/7. We've got Lil Hopper, and oh, he's standing up. Oh, he's a girl now. That's interesting. All right, now let's get started. So this is a girl. I thought it was a guy, but I was mistaken. Their name is Lily Hopper, and oh, they're actually there. I should probably stealth because I don't want them to know that I'm stalking them. But Lily is a short, cute gnome gal with a... How can you, like, establish that they're cute? You know, everyone's definition of cute's a little different. Maybe this gnome isn't as cute to most people. I mean, I personally find gnomes pretty disgusting, especially when they do things like that. That face is not something that I would ever want to do anything with, personally. But Lily's a short, cute gnome gal with a button nose, a pair of big black pigtails, and an eye patch. Her eye beneath the patch is a milky whiten and blind. I don't know what that means. She has a B-cup chest, in case you were wondering about that, with a cutely rounded rump. She has dainty feet, for what it's worth, and a tiny amount of pudge on her belly. And then here's the 18+ Fuda information down below. This is what everybody wants to hear about right here. So, Lily is a Fuda. She's got a 12-inch penis with foreskin and a pair of walnut-sized balls. Her cock and ball size are adjustable. What? They're adjustable? What is that? How does that work? Depending on her partner's preferences, but they don't go lower than her default size. Lily is a non-controlling dom, giving her partner plenty of freedom. She's not looking for anything long-term, though. Just one-night stands. So Lily was born... Oh, she's waiting for her noodles right now. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. She just typed that she's waiting for noodles. Is she targeting me? No, she's not. All right, I think I'm invisible to her. So she was born the eldest daughter of the Steamboat family. Her mother was a mage. Her father was an engineer, though the two had settled down and opened a bakery. Both of them tried to find the better way to bake bread. Lily's job was to deliver various baked goods to the soldiers who defended Tinkertown. Pushing a cart full of breads and cakes back and forth, Lily was born with the condition of foodinary, having male genitals even though she's a female. As such, she felt as if she had a huge disappointment to her parents. That is until she saw a Pandaren training some gnomes in the way of the monk. Wait, is she a monk? She is a monk. Oh no, you guys can't see. Look in the bottom right. She's a level 114 Fuda gnome monk. She's not a level 114 gnome monk. She's a level 114 Fuda gnome monk. Oh my god. Willie watched them time and time again as she delivered food until one day she was called over by the Pandaren to train with them. From that day on, Lily trained to become a monk, traveling to the peak of serenity. Learning to fight, Lily had found a way to make her parents proud. The gnome had finally found something she was good at, and was having a lot of fun too. That is, until she learned how serious the monks were about their training. Okay, let's scroll down. Lily was jumping across lily pads, bounding from one to the next until she lost her footing. She slipped and plunged into the icy waters. As she fell into the cold depths, she landed face first into some jagged rocks. Her eye got brutally smashed by the impact, leaving it blinded. Thank goodness she was at the monastery, where the other monks quickly healed her, except for her eye. Even though, I think if we position ourselves perfectly, we might be able to see into her eye patch. Yeah, you can see her eye. You can see her eye. Whatever. All right. Lily had told them not to repair her eye, so she can have it as a reminder to take her martial arts training seriously. All right, so there you go. Not really anything related to her having a dick. A 12-inch dick is that. I don't know where the f she's hiding it at, but apparently she's 12. That's like longer than she is in general. Oh my god. Well, that was an interesting adventure. Oh wait, somebody just whispered me and said, what are you doing? Nothing. Why do they care? What is he? Oh, he's got a lot. Oh my god. Holy sh. If we commit to this guy, we have got a lot to read. Is this stuff like kinky? Oh my god, he's just describing his character in super extreme detail. I don't care at all about that. I want to find somebody interesting. I don't want to hear about every single article of clothing that they're wearing. Okay, we've got a Draenei girl here. I dance and chat with people and friends. I love PvP and the occasional duel. All right, this person looks innocent enough. Let's go ahead and stealth. Let's creep her a little bit, and then we'll zoom. Currently, back to commanding some poor used-to-be human to flail its body at people. What? Willing to chat about anything and will be nice if you aren't rude. Read my profile if you have specific questions about me. So her name is I don't know how to say that name. I hope that her name isn't listed a lot in her profile, but we have like Alorxria here. I'm never gonna say that again. So they have seen and heard it all. There's no excuse for you to act like a child. Act like an adult or don't even bother. She's dead already. You'll just cause her ear to fall off if you aren't interesting. I dance and chat with people and friends, and I love PvPing and the occasional duel. I'm a dude in real life, and I don't accept tips for dancing. I just do it because why not? Better than just standing there. I enjoy fun stories about everything. PvP stories, your RP ideas for yourself, bad pickup lines, cheesy jokes, your workday, raid stories, dungeon stories. It doesn't matter. All stories are considered equal. I'm usually a pretty fast typer, so I'm gonna answer fairly quickly unless I'm getting blown up. The gnome thought that was funny. As far as the other things, since I get asked a lot, I prefer a conversation before considering having fun with someone. Wait, does that mean ERP? Is that what they're talking about? We've got this girl, a level 120. She's currently humming to herself. Ooh, she's got description, a history. That history! Oh, and then here comes the kinks. All right, we'll read some of her history, and if it gets boring, then we'll get into how she likes being anally hard. Whatever that means. What is hot dogging? Okay, so wait, are you being serious? You don't know what hot dogging is? All right, so here's what hot dogging is. Imagine that a butt. Okay, I gotta go full screen. Imagine that a hot dog, like the hot dog bun, is like your butt, and then like pretend that there's no ass, and then you slide your wiener in like a hot dog. That's what hot dogging is. So if this was a butt cheek, you know, you spread the butt cheek open and then you slide your sweener in there. Does that make sense? Do you understand now? I hope some of you guys out. Show us how. I don't have a butt handy to show you guys how hot dogging works. Good thing I'm not currently eating a hot dog. All right. Anyway, let's get into this. So now we've got, I don't know how to say these people's names. We have like Arlsia. Leaf shade? Oh, I don't know, man. Her description is she's an elven beauty that stands at 6'7". That's 1 inch taller than me. Her emerald silken hair falls over her slender back. She has 2 sentinel blade tattoos over her Elune-touched eyes. She has green lipstick on full sultry lips. We'll work on this later. Meanwhile, I put most of the effort into my history. When I was young, her mother, a huntress, trained her in archery, two-handed weaponry, and lightsaber riding. When she was at the age she joined the Sentinels, due to her mother's training, she was on the top trainees. But despite being the top trainee, she was put in the archers, which is like the foot soldiers. Stationed in Ashenvale, she would be frustrated with her rank in the Sentinels and her stationing, where she would do nothing but patrols. One day, she went on a patrol by herself where she stumbled upon 3 Korkron scouts. Without a thought, the impulsive elf engaged the orcs. She quickly dispatched one of the orcs, but charging her with another orc. Wait, what? She quickly dispatched one of the orcs, then charging for another orc. Oh, my bad. But then the second orc dodged her attacks. This clearly experienced orc easily evaded the elf's attack. The orc started to taunt the young sentinel. She realized that the orc was doing. She quickly treated. I don't understand. She did the first one in like a paragraph, and then the second one is just. And then we've got. Do more. Oh, wait, we can make this way bigger. I didn't know you could do that, actually. Look at this. This looks crazier. This just straight up looks like a passage out of a book. Did she get molested by the orcs? Just for you, Wolf. I will find out. The orc started to eye the young elf. It looks like we might be coming on to some really weird She noticed the orc's bulges! Oh no, dude! Okay, I'm glad we read on. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Look at her, dude. She's acting all innocent in the background right there. We know what you did. We know what you did, dude. All right, oh no. Okay, they started to eye her, and then she noticed their bulge frantically starting to threaten the orcs. They just laughed at the elf's threats and began to tear her armor off. They quickly filled her holes. Her threats and began, her muffled insults would be drowned out by the orcs cheering over their victory and the domination of the elf. She started to feel her body heat up, then followed by ecstasy. She finally started to let out muffled moans of pleasure. The orc began to laugh and cheer again at the breaking of the sentinel. They finally would come, but she sucked and grinded on the orcs to get every single drop of cum from those orcs. An arrow came shooting from the tree line, hitting an orc, followed by a squad of sentinels coming to save her, their missing ally. She was relieved to see the sentinels, but she also knowing she'll have to keep the orcs breaking of her a secret. Oh. Well, that's fun. When the Iron Horde invaded, she arrived with the Ashran forces. When she was stationed due to the request of her mother, the once naughty elf would have been annoyed with this decision, but the closest whore... What? But the closest whore elf enjoyed the sight of male alliance forces. She found herself doing her daily patrols with a timid human. Noticing the human would usually patrol a few steps ahead of her. Oh wait, a few steps behind her. Glancing back at the human from time to time, seeing him staring at her ass. On secluded path, she turns to the human and pushes him on the ground before having her way with him. Later that night, tossing and turning in her bed, thinking what transpired that day, the slutty little elf would sneak into the male's barracks to have some more fun with her friend. Finding her friend, she quickly got to work, wrapping her lips around the human and taking him in deeper. Waking up surprised but not bothered by her. Letting out soft moans, she felt someone behind her using her ass. As her friend erupted in her mouth, she finally looked behind her to find a sneaky little gnome helping himself to her ass. What is this terrible story? Smacking her ass, she let out a loud moan, accidentally waking up the others. Seeing the elf used by the gnome with smiles coming up on their faces, they quickly offered the elf some real cocks. What the is this? Very excited about the offer. Quickly jumped at it with loud grunts and moans, filling the barracks, although throughout the night. That morning, without the male troops not showing up, the officers went to investigate where the missing troops were. Finding the cum-drenched elf sprawled out on the floor, escorting the elf out, and then later that day, talking to her commander to hear about her punishment, discharged from her duty at Ashran. She can be found spending her time at Goldshire awaiting redeployment, occasionally coming to visit her, catching up and entertaining her friends from Ashran. They would tell her about her title, the Sluttinal, but she didn't mind it. Alright, so anyway, here's her kinks. Quickies. Just sometimes I like to skip to the fun. Okay. She likes character positioning. She will do this unless you don't want me to. She likes hot dogging. Come lift and put it in between her cheeks and say hi. Is that how you say hello to somebody? She likes being jerk bait. Usually will do this when not up for a scene. She likes bestiality, she likes non-con, and she's gonna add some more in the future. Oh, wow, what a very interesting lass. She's 316 years old. So, I think the most important thing that I took away from that is that she's legal, boys! Oh, yeah!